There we go. Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Let's get the coughs out of the way. There we go, we're all good now. Hello everyone, how are we all doing on this Saturday, well, evening or night, whatever you want to call it. Feels like night out there. Wouldn't normally be if we're in summer, but because we're in the depths of winter, night happened 3 hours ago. Can see loads of you in the chat today. Wow, this is a really busy stream for me. We've literally just started 10 seconds ago. We've already got all of these people in here. Hello to all of you. We'll be running through the chat, going through all the latest. I'll be having a sip of tea because my throat sounds a bit rough, but I'm fine. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. And yeah, let's have a look at the latest. We're looking at the latest snow charts. We're looking at the past snowfall that we've seen over the past day. To see the specific areas that've seen some snow. If you've seen any, drop your comments in the chat, and don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you do enjoy it, and if you find what I do informative. I do appreciate your continued support with the additional pigeon in there. So there you go. Obviously, James, as many of you know from the Discord, James098 seen an absolute blizzard today. He actually got cut off for a little bit due to the heavy snowfall. But yeah, well, let's have a look at all of the risks for everywhere today. I'll quickly run through the chat and we'll get straight on. I do appreciate all of your continued support over the last few weeks. It's been pretty incredible, hasn't it, really? The growth of the channel and everything else has been really strong. Strong wins for many as well, yeah, definitely. Some strong wins have been around. Now, a lot of you won't know that there's actually some risks tomorrow for some snow, so that might be interesting. And we'll have a look at all of that today. And yeah, Million Matthew, yeah, you're not getting that. I'm not doing that, no chance. Let's pull up a chat, and let's get straight on. Already up to 100 viewers or something, that's pretty wild, that. Cheers all. Make sure to whack them likes on. Right, let's have a look then. Right, how do I pull this up? There we go. Right, I can see the chat now. I'll have a read through all your messages, and I'll move this over so that you can actually see it properly. We'll start looking at the UK Metaphys first, but let's have a quick run through the chat, because that's the fun bit, isn't it? Reading everyone's messages. There's a lot of you in here, so apologies if I do miss one of you, but got Chris A. We've got Montel Dublin, Not Josh here, Stephanie Flynn. Hello to you. I did remember about the things that happened a few weeks ago in November, and I hope that everything's well for you. I know you live quite close to me as well. Jess wants a day off school, a snow day. Can't blame you for that one. Well, I can't for some people, they don't like it, but yeah, Risk OS UK. Sorry, I'm looking that way. It's just I've got my chat there. I'll put it there so I can read it. Polar bears are coming, says David. Yeah, maybe. You never know. Loving the frosty night shift. It's been very cold and it's already down to minus 1.7 here. So definitely going to be some low nights. I'll have a look at that. Snowmageddon is upon us, says Jamie. Maybe for some next week, maybe for some. We don't ever get much snow in Liverpool, so not getting my hopes up. That's the best way to be honest, Joseph, because you can expect the unexpected when you get an absolute snowstorm next week. Yeah. Snow coming next week, says Lorenzo. Yep, certainly. Hello to Dave J. Bilal Shiraj. Any chance of significant snow in Luton? I know someone else that lives in Luton. They're in the Discord. Join it down below. How's the snow? On the rise says beach from the east. Yeah, mini beach from the east. Yeah, not quite. Hello to the top mods in the chat as well. James098, Danny, and Andrew as well for being here. Tom saying there's going to be some snow in Leicestershire. Yes. There was some last night. You got a bit unlucky. Yeah, you formed just about 5 hours below. Hello to John A. Up. John, how are you doing? But yeah, Barb back is in the chat as well. She had a little sprinkling of snow yesterday. Hello to the Ugle as well. Yeah, got plenty of names in here, haven't we? Inskip. Any chance for Cardiff? Says Michael. Maybe there will be. We'll have a look at everything now. Evening from a cold, frosty Hampshire. Hello to you, Paul, with your bald head. Let's get that snow wig out. Matthew building snowman when I told you if I get any snow, I'll vlog myself. I'll go out there and I'll vlog myself building a snowman. So that'll be interesting. Oh, thank you very much to Risk OS UK for becoming a member. I do appreciate the support, Risk, and welcome to the members section. Big up the Sendits. Hello from South East Ireland. Yes, we will be looking at Ireland as well, by the way. Beans on Toast, BVG, WGR. These are all these flipping usernames. That's Dom. Oh, no, not Yo. The Clown. It's Dom the Clown. Okay, it's just stupid. I'm sorry. Anne's in the chat as well from York as well. Hello to you, Anne. Probably got Max as well around here. Send it to London. I'll try my best, buddy, but I'm not making any promises. Right, enough waffle, but yeah, thank you all for your support. I do appreciate all of you that are in the chat, and if you aren't subscribed, why not subscribe? We've got to 185 viewers in 4 minutes. That's pretty ridiculous. Thank you all very much for joining in. Cup of tea in Darlington. We can share that one to you with my Send It mug. It's incorrect answer. Might get snow south. Right. Let's look at the latest then. This is the UKV, the UK Metaphys 3 PM run. So literally ran. Well, let's see. Let's do some quick maths. 7 minus 3, 4 hours ago. So, got plenty of snow showers packing into northern Scotland, parts of northwestern Wales, and parts of the southeast as well. Also got a few showers through Northern Ireland as well, particularly over the higher ground, but couldn't rule it out to lower levels at times. Now, it's going to be a mostly dry night for many central, southern areas, but you can see evidence of a Pembrokeshire dangler. Now, that is a funny term, I must admit. A Pembrokeshire dangler is a banding of showers for the south and southwest, extending from Devon to parts of, to parts of southwest Wales. It's like a banding of showers. Now, it's not a ridiculously strong one, or indicated here, but there might be a few showers in the south-southwest, maybe even as far east as Cardiff could see the odd shower. Now, with the uppers, if they are -5 or below, then it's guaranteed to be snow. As you can see, we are in Arctic air. We're actually around between -8 and -10 at 850 HPA, which is well enough for anything falling out the sky over the next few days to be snow. If we have a look at the dew points, if they're at freezing or below freezing, it's most likely going to be snow. And as you can see, we're in minus single figures for all areas besides maybe the far southwest, but even there, it's probably going to be snow. If you got rain in the Cornwall area with a Pembrokeshire dangler, you're getting pretty unlucky, is what I'll say. Anyway, as we move beyond that, right, so we've got some showers packing into western and southwestern regions of Wales and parts of Cornwall and Devon. We've also got some showers packing into the Northern Ireland, and obviously Scotland getting battered everywhere they go, especially northern Scotland and northeast Aberdeenshire as well, maybe extending northwestwards towards the Isles in the process. These are your sort of likely areas. Wouldn't rule out the risk of a few wintry showers in the east and southeast as well, with that northerly airflow, but the wind flow is slightly turning, so it might drift the showers more into the North Sea, as indicated here, but you couldn't rule out an odd shower for the east. The east, there you go. But what I would say is that there's actually been quite a lot of snowfall for parts of Whitby and Scarborough. I know the main road into Whitby, the A171, is shut. There's parts like Goathland, your North Yorkshire Moors, your Yorkshire Dales have had plenty of snow cover as well. So big impacts seen in localised areas. The usual suspect places. We'll have a look at the warnings as well. But there's a little interest here through Sunday afternoon. So you can see what's happening here is sort of a Cheshire Gap feature. We're seeing a banding of showers out in the Irish Sea, and as they push eastwards and northeastwards, they are bringing in with them the risk of some wintry showers. So you can see rain in the Irish Sea because it's got slightly warmer up its sea level temperatures. However, as it moves inland, it turns to snow. Now, the positioning on this is uncertain, but it's expected to pass through central and western Midlands, maybe into the southern Midlands, and it might make its way as far south as Bristol, for example. I know Alf is in the chat, so he'll be excited about that. But you can see plenty of wintry showers. Now, these might be banded a little bit more together. They could, in fact, it might be underdoing this. It could be a lot more widespread than is indicated here, but you can see showers turning wintry for south and southwestern areas. It look very what's the word, intense. They look quite intense. You can see they're in the darker purples, which means that they could bring some quite heavy snow showers to parts of the west and the southwest, parts of Wales, parts of the West Midlands, maybe a few in the southeast. Suit would be jumping for joy if that came off, because that looks right over his house. But you can see plenty of wintry showers, maybe as the system moves southwards, which it will do, bringing those showers to the south coast. Maybe Paul will be getting his snow week after all. There's a hint there, maybe even the Isle of Wight. But you can see we're sending the snow southwards through Sunday into Monday, and there could be more widespread than is indicated there. You'll see, looking at the other models, what they're showing. As we go into Monday, the wind reverts back into more of a proper northerly direction. So your usual suspects, northern areas, parts of the east, parts of western Wales, maybe a few more showers through the Irish Sea, parts of Northern Ireland, also seeing some wintriness. Thomas, well, sorry, I'm just having a read through a little something for your fantastic channel. Oh, thank you very much, Paul. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you to Thomas is Malawi for becoming a member as well. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Again, thank you all very much for your support. And you've also gifted a membership, and well done to Laura Johnson of a Training Nature Show for receiving a gifted membership for 1 month. Well done to you, and thank you again, Thomas, for your donations, and to Paul as well. Massive stream this. Let's get to 200 likes. Is that too ambitious? Dublin and Ireland. Well, we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. Areas again, though, through Monday, mostly dry for central southern England and up to the central belt of Scotland. But again, you can see usual suspect areas, the east and the northeast of England, so along your coastline, slightly further inland as well. You can see some showers through parts of Western Wales and through the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland as well. Couldn't rule out the odd shower. As we go into Tuesday, though, is where the interest starts to pick up. So as you can see, a band of rain, which turns to sleet and snow, passes through Scotland. So it's an area of low pressure. It goes into Scotland and turns readily to snow with the cold air embedded within it. So a bit of a snow event for Scotland on Tuesday. A lot of uncertainty with this, with the exact track. This is just one model run. So that band of rain, sleet and snow is going to push southwards. We're sending the snow southwards. And as it moves southwards into that cold air, a lot of uncertainty about precipitation typing. But you can see a band of heavy rain, sleet and snow is beginning to slide southwards through the latter half of Tuesday. Now, you can see for central northern England into parts of the West Midlands, parts of central southern Midlands, maybe parts like Derbyshire and maybe Lincolnshire as well, seeing some snow as it clears southwards. It's within slightly less cold air. The dew points rise, which is why you're seeing a lot of mixing as it heads further southwards. By the very end, actually, by 3 a.m. on Wednesday, you can see it's turned widely to rain, which, again, don't take the typing too literally at this stage. There's a lot of flip-flopping going on with the models. But you can see widely as snow for northern and central Britain as well. Only areas in the west which are susceptible to a slightly warmer air mass from the northwest, seeing rain, which again that could change. Wouldn't take precipitation typing too literally, it's still 3 days away. But basically, there's potential for snow for central southern England and parts of northern England as it clears through, parts of the Yorkshire Dales and the North York Moors, for example. As it moves south-southeastwards, maybe even reach Newcastle, but as it moves south-southeastwards, could turn to rain, but again, very uncertain. Unlucky if you live in the southeast with this run, because it all turns to rain as it clears through to the east. But then we've got another front moving in from the west on Thursday, which is going to mark a slight change to less cold air, as you can see. But because we have cold air aloft, that rain moving into parts of the south, unfortunately, again, the southerners not doing very well there. But that could change as well, as that rain pushes in. As it moves into the Midlands northwards, it turns from rain to sleet and snow, and you can see there's quite a bit of it as well. Quite an intense band of wet rain, sleet and snow, quite wet snow that'd be, maybe some intense hail as well in places, extending from the northwest of Scotland to the south of England towards London, which will probably get rain anyway, we know what London's like. But you can see it could bring quite a few hours of snow there, could bring a little bit of disruption, particularly to Scotland. I'm sorry James, but you've got to get used to it living up there in a shed. Parts of northern England, parts of central Britain, into the Midlands, and into southeast England, such as East Anglia, Sussex, Norfolk, could also see snow. One thing you've got to remember is that East Anglia, Sussex, Norfolk usually do quite well with these sort of features. It's not showing much precipitation for that area on this chart, but do not rule out precipitation for southeast England at all being snowy, because it normally is. At the very end of the run, it gets very, very interesting, I have to admit. Got an area of low pressure, a deep area of low pressure pushing up from the south into that cold air. And as you all know, where that boundary is falling between snow and rain, obviously the southerners get the cold rain. Sorry, southerners, you might not, it might change again. A lot of uncertainty. As that moves into that cold air, that cold block, then it turns readily to snow. So a big battleground scenario there, a lot of uncertainty there. But shows you the potential. David Aitchinson, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. Barb. Barb sent 5 channel memberships. Thank you very much, Barb. Do appreciate it. Well done to Crift, Tom, Michael, LJ UK, and Sarah England for becoming members. Well done to you lot. And again, thank you very much, Barb, for that. Sending itself. Knots might see a little dandruff. Yeah, possibly. It could be more than that. Let's see. Uppers looking good for snow. Met Office are downplaying it like they always do. And thank you to 58GOJ58. Thank you very much to you for subscribing. I'm not sure why it's not playing around the notification. I used to watch the EV123. Just found you again. Send it. Oh, thank you for tuning back in. I do appreciate it. Very much so. Oh man, no snow. Maybe next year a bit, hopefully. Well, how far is that low? How far north is that low likely to travel? Well, it's actually likely to move southwards. The low pressure system always tracks south. They always send it south when they push through the UK. Right, let's have a look. Well, that was just one model run, remember? Other model runs may disagree, and I haven't looked at them, really. We've got the GFS 12Z next, which is the American model run. Remember, these are all just individual model runs. So we've got that hint of a Pembrokeshire dangler through Saturday into Sunday. That seems to strengthen and band the showers together. Continued snow showers. These are showers, remember, lower resolution. Packing into northern Scotland, parts of England, parts of Western Britain, maybe Lake District, parts of Northern Ireland, and maybe a little bit Republic of Ireland as well. And that Pembrokeshire dangler, that banding of showers for south and southwestern England. Could be rain if you get unlucky with that one. But you can see again with this little feature, not making much of it on Sunday afternoon to evening. You can see there's a band of snow moving eastwards and southeastwards as it clears through. Again, could bring rain, sleet and snow to some areas as it clears through, but not making much for here. I think it will be more widespread than that, and I think Birmingham southwards has to watch out for this feature because we've already seen a couple of days ago what a little shower can bring. So, yeah, one to watch on that one, I'd say. Especially if you live, if you're looking tomorrow for snow, I'd say your best area with that little feature is this sort of area. So there you go. Parts of the West Midlands, parts of Britain, well, sorry, parts of Britain, parts of Wales, parts of southern England, Gloucestershire, Leicestershire, maybe, and like Herefordshire, for example. But yeah, basically that southwestern corner could see some snow tomorrow. As we move through again, showers peppering the north and east coast through Monday and Monday afternoon to Monday evening. And then we've got a low pressure system, which I really don't agree with what it's showing here. Low pressure system going into Scotland, same as the other models. However, as it slips southwards, it turns to rain because upper air temperatures are mixing with slightly milder or less cold temperatures. You can see that little bit of a gap there in slightly higher temperatures through Tuesday into Wednesday, and that means that the precipitation turns back to rain. So that's not great. Continued snow events for Scotland, bits of rain for the south, but then we get again on Thursday the 21st, that rain moves into the south, that low pressure system bumps into that cold air. For the north and central Midlands, northwards, looking quite well placed. Again, parts of northwest Wales. But as that low pressure clears to the east, all areas could see snow again with the GFS 12Z. It's a big snowmaker, that. You can see continued snowfall possible for many areas. And then the south gets the chance later on with a big snow wall moving in on Sunday the 11th with this run. So a lot of potential is being shown here. If you compare it to the 6Z, it's like a different kettle of fish. It's like a completely different run. Moving through then, again, you can see that low pressure system moving southwards, but with the GFS 6Z, a lot more of it is snow because the upper airs aren't mixing. The dew points rise as the upper airs rise, so it can cause precipitation to mix differently, which is why I said boundaries are very important. Lots of rain, sleet, snow, what an absolute mess. As it moves into France, you can see with the cold temperatures, it turns readily to snow. Anyway, moving on. There's that low pressure system on Friday. Again, placed a little bit further northwards with that. So it actually turns to snow for central southern Britain, southern Midlands, there you go. As it moves along, it slides through the east and southeast parts of southeastern Britain, East Anglia. Would see heavy snow, even into parts of Cardiff there on Friday. There's a lot of messing around, and I'll keep you posted on it, but there's a lot of messy scenarios showing up there. Can you see continued snow events moving as we keep the cold air in until at least the 11th? Big snow event there on the 11th for central western Midlands with that one. Central west, northwest, even you in Liverpool, mate. We'll be getting some. Moving into central Britain, quite heavy, prolonged snow that. That would bring quite a few accumulations around. And then obviously as that colder air begins to get displaced, another snow event with a boundary line pushing through, and again, rain turning to sleet and snow on its leading edge. If you want to know the snow depths, remember, don't take these as gospel. If we have a look up to the 10th of January, 5 to 10 centimetres quite widely for many areas, especially if you're over higher ground. For Scotland, yeah, you might as well just say there's a lot there. that's all you can really say on that one. So there's a lot up there. A lot of snow up there. Thanks to Risk for the 5 gifted memberships. I do appreciate your support, Risk. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to Green Fingers for becoming a member as well. For some reason, every app is lying to me. It said it will snow Friday and it rained. Well done to Lester. What a name. Joanne Clark is Graham1793 and Mick M for becoming members as well. Congratulations on receiving a gifted membership. And again, thank you to Risk for the memberships. I do appreciate it. Met Office suggests 90 centimetres. Met Office can't get anything right, I'll be honest. They are awful. They are really bad. What was I going to look at now? Yeah, they are really bad. Hopefully you're all enjoying the stream though, and I'm not doing too bad of a job, and I'm trying to improve our speak, because some people said I speak too quick. So there you go. Welsh Wing actually donated. I didn't realise that. Thank you to Welsh Wing for super chatting. Between Swansea and Clonelly, we had snow earlier. Oh, nice one. I thought you might. I was thinking you should always you should have got some. I reckon Macclesfield. You're well placed tomorrow, Jack. Actually, for some snow. To be fair, their precipitation map is accurate. It's very accurate, yeah, but they don't predict it right on the symbols that they put on and the apps and things. They always get it wrong for some reason. I don't know why. Nice stream, thank you, Froglaze Matthew. Best mention London. I'd better not mention London. Can you do Darlington County, Durham? Yes. Didn't they have some snow up there? Yeah, there you go. On Friday, there's some possible with that low pressure system. A few showers. Because the wind's going to turn to more of an east-north-easterly through Friday. Could see more showers peppering the eastern northeastern coast. It's a long way off, but there's potential there. There's been some snow up near Newcastle and Middlesbrough today. I know that, because there was a big band of showers moving in. As they moved inland, they did weaken, but round this area, down towards Hull and as far northeast as Middlesbrough, did see quite a few heavy snow showers passing in, and where they caught the showers, there was some quite big totals in places. So, yeah. This event on Friday has a potential to bring significant disruption. It's all about the devil's in the detail. It will be cold enough, there's no risk of that. Anywhere in the green zone, so if I bring it up here, anywhere in the green zone, as you can see here, would be cold rain because it's milder sector. Anywhere in the blues would be the potential for cold and snow risks. So as you can see, milder sector moves through the south there. If that low pressure system slid slightly further southwards and is offshore in the English Channel, then on its northern edge, all areas could see some snow, even south of the M4 corridor. It's subtle adjustments. You've got to remember as well, low pressure systems typically tend to track southwards in these scenarios. So it actually looks pretty good for even the south. But will this occasion be the same? Wouldn't even rule out snow for London, I'm not even going to lie. I hope it doesn't move too far southwards, otherwise I'll run out of snow, and then areas to the north of me will run out of snow, like Wakefield. So, it's it's a tough game. Thank you to Julie, and thank you to Annie Dewitt Percy, I hope I've said that right, for becoming members as well. Wow, what a massive stream this is. What a massive stream this is. I do appreciate it. Will I see a snow or a wintry mix on Tuesday for Reddit? Why don't we have a look, Crift? Hey? Why don't we have a look, hey? Well, to be fair, the GFS is showing nothing. Through Wednesday, well, actually, the best place time here is Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning. Ignore the timings. They're all over the place from all the runs. But as you can see, we'll have a look at the ECM next, which is epic, I've heard. But you can see that system moving southwards. We're sending the low pressure southwards. And on its leading edge turns to rain, sleet and snow with the 6 said run. On this occasion, it would most likely be sleet or rain. But again, typing of precipitation is going to be a devil to forecast. There's a mild sector within that, and that is what's throwing everything off. This sector here, where that falls through, the dew points rise above freezing. You need a dew point of 0 or below. And as you can see, it goes up to 2, which is mild or less cold. So all precipitation there would be well, will be rain, to be honest, unless you live over the Pennines and the highest routes. The wind gusts, though, will be quite windy on Wednesday with that system pushing through. Could bring widely 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts. So where we do see snow over like Yorkshire Dales, highest ground, maybe lower levels. Again, I'll keep you updated on the risk with that. Maybe to lower levels, but it could bring blizzard conditions and drifting in places. I expect some warnings for it as well. So, one to watch. There is yellow warnings in place for tomorrow for parts of Western Wales through the West Midlands into the south. And we've also got some through northeastern England into the southeast as well. And as well as Scotland, which has just lost its amber warning and now has a yellow warning, which I don't understand because it's still absolutely treacherous conditions up there with upwards of 50 centimetres of snow in places. So I do not understand why you'd take away your warnings. Shall we have a look at the ECMWF then? Why don't we? Right, ECM, higher resolution, there we go. And precipitation type. Yes, right. The pinks are the snow, the oranges are the wet snow, so sleet probably. Thomas has sent another channel membership to Max Harris. Congratulations to Max for getting a donation. Thank you to Jess for becoming a member as well. Wow, how many of you are doing all these things? I really do appreciate it. It's incredible. This stream is absolutely massive as well. This is one of my biggest streams. Can we move the notifications for new members? Yeah, I'll try. Let me just see if I can do it then. I'd like to, give the members some recognition, but I can move it a little bit. 1 minute. Is that it? No, that's not it. 1 minute. Sorry about this, everyone. Right, I'll just move it slightly down, and I'll move it up here. How's about that? Perfect. That's the 0, by the way, if you haven't realised. Yeah, I can get up to 12Z anyway. I can get it up on WX charts. If anyone uses WX charts, you'll know that if you don't have the ad blocker on, it's an absolute disaster to use. But yeah, I've got it up. Thank you for notifying me as well. This is an absolutely massive stream. Whoa, clown, it's me. I know it's yo. I know it's yo. Hi, please may you check if I will get any snow at all in Gillingham. Southeast. Yeah, you probably will see some snow. Remember, if Maidstone, definitely tomorrow. I'd say tomorrow there's a definite chance for some snow. No snow for clown, but yeah, no snow for clown. You can poo off. You're not getting any, none at all. You might as well sit in a bin and just cry because you're not getting any. That sounds a bit harsh, doesn't it? Have a sip of tea. The situation's getting stressful. And also, if I do miss any messages, I do apologise, but there's so many messages coming through, it's really impossible to read them all. Cheshire already got a light dusting, snow in Exeter, so icy this morning. Yeah, there is actually snow possible in Exeter again. Right, ECM will be the most exciting run because it's slightly lower resolution than the other ones, but sometimes it's the most accurate. What is that? Why have we got a white screen? Right, let's refresh the page. Why have we got a white screen? Right, so... Again, very similar trend. Models have nailed on it. Snow for Northern Ireland, parts of northwestern Ireland as well, the Republic of Ireland, parts of Western Wales, maybe moving inland at times through Sunday, and the showers staying away into in the North Sea for parts of northeast and eastern Britain. Parts of northern Scotland are also continuing to see less snow showers, but they're still around. Through Sunday, we have a feature moving into the western Britain, a Cheshire Gap streamer, a banding of showers moving in from the northeast, which could bring snow to the West Midlands, maybe central Midlands as it pushes southwards, and maybe towards the London area. I said it there, I said it. But as it moves through again, uncertainty on its exact track and how much precipitation there is associated with it. As you can see through Monday, the wind switches into more of a northerly direction, so those showers start to pepper eastern coasts again, maybe reaching parts of the southeast. That's where Maidstone could see the odd shower, couldn't rule one out through Monday. Whoever said that, sorry, I don't remember there was that many names coming through. Pembrokeshire Dangler through Sunday. What a weird name, by the way, for a system. Pembrokeshire Dangler for the south-southwest again may bring a couple of centimetres and a few surprises to Devon, Cornwall and southwest Wales. And then obviously the showers continue to pack in through parts of Ireland. Moving through, we've got that low pressure system sliding southwards through Tuesday. Band of rain, sleet and snow pushing southwards. But with this one, look at that. A lot more snow on its leading edge. So for Northern England, that is the weirdest chart. By the way, if that came off, all of that would be snow because you wouldn't have snow here, snow there, snow for central southern Britain, snow for northern England, and then rain for the Midlands. That just would not happen, by the way. That would all be snow. As it clears to the southeast, you can see southeastern areas usually do quite well. Also, the person that suggested Maidstone, you'd probably get some there on Tuesday into Wednesday as it clears through to the east, but again, a lot of uncertainty. Look how unlucky the UK is, by the way, because as it pushes through from the UK, that temperate climate, as it moves into France and the Netherlands, it turns readily to heavy snow. So that's brilliant, isn't it? Into Wednesday, a little bit earlier than the other ones, brings in a weather front from the west, and it turns readily to heavy snow in the north and also for the Midlands and the southeast. Another low pressure system sliding from the south. Looks quite good for me, actually. However, those in the south seeing some cold rain, unfortunately. Heavy snow for central northern Britain, parts of the Midlands southwards could see a little bit of transient snow as well. Looks quite heavy in central northern Britain, maybe extending into parts of Hull. And as it clears south, to the east again, the wintry showers return. Another low... Wow, that is epic. Get that one. Matt, screenshot this one. Events that didn't happen on Sunday the 11th of Jan. Big breakdown of the cold spell. Colder air is still over the top of the UK by the 11th. Remember, there might be more wintries popping up. As that low pressure bumps into that cold air, we get a big snow event for parts of the Midlands, parts of the Yorkshire Dales, Northern England, extending into the southeast. So a lot of snow there. Very heavy snow as well with that. Again, timings, details are all to be determined. Another low pressure system moves in on the 13th, so the cold doesn't get properly dislodged, and we get another band of rain, sleet and snow pushing in. Cold rain for the south again, but further northwards, rain, sleet and snow. Remember, all the tracks of these low pressure systems could change. They change daily, they change hourly. Subtle differences could push that low pressure system 10 miles further south, and all the snow's not in Scotland anymore, and it's through northern England and the Midlands. Another shift southwards could push it through Wales and southwestern England. So it's subtle differences that make all the difference. Until the very end, though, we just continue to see rain, sleet and snow risks. By the very end, we get a Scandinavian high, and the wind switches into an easterly direction. So we actually drag in snow showers from the east there, but not particularly cold easterly, but pretty marked nonetheless. To be honest, on that one, over 400 watching. Oh, that's pretty ridiculous. This is the biggest stream I've ever done, by the way. Thank you all so much. And thank you to everyone that has become a member as well. I do appreciate it. We'll have a quick look at the well, actually we won't. We'll have a quick look at the past 24-hour snowfall. Pigeon's very excited. I've got a black screen. A east winds, I will take that. What's the weather for Thursday night, Birmingham? A lot of uncertainty, but mostly dry probably. Friday is your interest day, I'd say. For you? As you can see, plenty of snow showers packing into Northern Ireland. I know Pengsway, I think he lives in Northern Ireland, am I right? He could be seeing some quite heavy snow showers. The showers are beginning to loosen up through northern Scotland, but still packing into your far northern areas, even parts of Lerwick and the Isles of Mull and Skye, seeing a few showers. Mostly dry for central southern England, again, not too much going on. Parts of the Yorkshire Dales also not seeing too much activity, and those showers have eased up in the east, and they've begun to track more into the North Sea. So moving away a little bit drier. If we have a look at the past 24-hour snowfall, now we have had some before that. If we have a look at the past 24 hours, this little spell here through Lincolnshire was formed from a small feature that developed right near my house. But as you can see, it brought quite a bit of snowfall to some isolated areas such as Peterborough and maybe even near to Nottingham. It's quite a decent cover in that from one individual snow shower. You can see there was some snow showers, heavy snow showers packing in from the west due to a Cheshire gap, fueling snow showers for the West Midlands, some parts of Wales. Highest ground in Wales, you'd expect Snowdonia, seeing upwards of 30 to 40 centimetres possibly, falling, not accumulating, but most likely most of it stuck. You can see that Cardiff barely got in there, a few wintry flurries did occur there, but exact positionings were uncertain, and parts of the highest ground of Dartmoor and Exmoor also seeing some snow. Little showers through the Yorkshire Dales, and you can see the East and North East England got pretty hit with snow again. I know that the main road for Whitby got closed. Scarborough's also had quite a bit of snow as well, and they're the main areas I know because I've visited them. Don't know about further northeastwards, but I do know that Shy in the Discord, if he's watching this, did see a bit of snow in Newcastle this morning, and that gave a couple of centimetres. Some showers in the south and southeast for parts of East Anglia did push through, but the main areas of focus, if you want me to say, so for tomorrow, The main area is going to be the West Midlands and parts of Wales. Maybe a little bit further inland, but really not much more than that. This is your main area that I've drawn out. And this area here, which I'm putting here with some dots in, that is an area where you could see the odd wintry shower as that system pushes through Sunday. Beyond that, well, people have asked me a lot what I think to the track of the low pressure system on Tuesday into Wednesday and where I think snow will be most likely. There and there. So through, let me explain. So through Tuesday morning, I expect band of snow moving into parts of Scotland, so that'll all turn to snow because it's, you know, cold upper temperatures are remaining in place. So as that band moves in from the west, it'll turn readily to snow. As it slides southwards, again, might be a bit marginal in some places. Higher ground areas will obviously all be snow most likely, but elevation will really help. So above 200 metres, 100 metres may really make a big difference. If you're at sea level, unfortunately, I'd say it's probably going to be cold rain through Tuesday into Wednesday. As it clears through to the south and southeast, again, could expect a bit in East Anglia, Suffolk, Norfolk, for example. Don't think London's going to see any on this occasion, but couldn't rule it out again. Through Thursday into Friday, again, I really can't say much about that because we've got low pressure system could either be down here, it could slide into France, which is a common scenario, could go right through the middle of the UK, which would only bring snow to northern England and southern Scotland, and northern Scotland, of course. We could also have it track through the south. If it tracked through the south, that would be the Midlands northwards, and northern England that would see the snow. So a lot to play for. But it's very interesting, and like I say, I'll keep you updated on everything. We've just peaked over 400 viewers. I mean, that's incredible. Don't forget to hit the like button. Let's get to 500 likes. Forecast for Hull. Have you not had any today? There've been some really beefy snow showers pushing through Hull today. I'd be surprised if you haven't had any. I mean, this map kind of says Hull Town didn't, but I doubt that's the case. But yeah. Some quite big snow showers. We'll have a quick look at the longer term trends, and I'll quickly run through it all. But a massive stream today, absolutely incredible. I was not expecting this. Thank you all very much for the support. Then what snow I should do? Well, I'd love snow, but it's not happening here. It avoids me every time. It's bloody curse. The curse of Barnsley and Rotherham and Doncaster and all these places. I don't see any. Right, quick run through the GFS. This here is, we're seeing a lot of uncertainty through Tuesday, so again, take it with a pinch of salt. Low pressure system to the north of the UK dropping southwards always brings uncertainty. As it drops and clears into the North Sea, could bring rain, sleet and snow through the UK. Through Thursday into Friday, that low pressure system sat over the West Midlands, southwestern Britain, on its northern edge. So for the Midlands northwards and northern England would be heavy snow. For the south, heavy rain and cold rain as well. Pretty dismal day in the south. As we clear through, we can see more low pressure systems pushing in, but this one's much further northwards, so the snow risk is stuck to far north Scotland. As it clears through, the wind's back into an easterly direction, so a few wintry showers may be possible before the Atlantic makes its return with this run. A lot of uncertainty about this. Will it drop through? Eventually, higher pressures building out to the west of the UK, turning the winds into a northerly direction. But the idea is, well, look at that. It's like a beast at the end of the run. Beast from the east sort of scenario. Get that one written down. But it's not happening. If we have a look at the snow depths, which is there somewhere. There. If we have a skip through, let's have a look to, well, Monday. How about that? There's that little event through the western parts. Could be a covering to a few centimetres across parts of Wales. Northern Scotland getting a few showers as well. Parts of Northern Ireland. Moving through, you can see more showers through the south and southeast. Again, I'd expect more coverings than this, accumulations. As we move into Thursday, Wednesday into Thursday, higher ground of Pennines and Yorkshire Dales seeing the biggest totals, but you couldn't rule out some totals elsewhere through Thursday into Friday. And then beyond that, well, there's no point looking beyond that because it's all over the place, to be honest. If we do have a quick look at the... let's see if I can find it very quickly for you all. Really nice stream. It's been a really good stream today, and I do appreciate you all. If we have a look at the... that's not going to show it, is it? It's not going to show it, is it? I mean, what is that on? I'm not sure where it's getting that from, because I have not had 1 centimetre today. But there you go. If I have a look at the snow depth totals from the ECM WF, there you go. This will show it. Snow hits London. Hopefully we keep the snow in Scotland, James. I'm sure it will, to be honest. If we have a look, though, I mean, I'm not sure what it's talking about, because I've not had 2 centimetres. See parts of southwestern England seeing some snow build up. Scotland gets battered everywhere they go, but Scotland seeing 30 to 40 centimetres of the highest routes, 20 centimetres quite widely. And then look at the difference between the central belt and northern Scotland. However, they have seen some, which wasn't forecasted, for central southern Scotland, which is pretty interesting. But as we move through, you can see accumulations building through Tuesday into Wednesday as that system moving southwards 5 to 10 centimetres quite widely through northern England, central Scotland, Midlands, Lincolnshire and eastern areas. As we move through again, this is the big event through Friday, and you can see some pretty ridiculous totals for central southern England, parts of Derbyshire, Staffordshire, Lincolnshire, seeing some quite big totals. And obviously your highest routes of the Pennines, the Yorkshire Dales, and your highest routes towards Manchester, such as Woodhead Bypass, Glossop, and all those sorts of places near to me. Literally 2 miles away from me, where they see all the snow and I see all the cold rain. But you can see quite big totals there of your highest routes. 20 to 30 centimetres. That would definitely be warranting an amber warning if that came off. Locally, 5 to 10 centimetres most likely. But and then you can see after that, look on Monday, wow. 30 to 40 centimetres through northern England, pretty extreme. Southern England getting nothing, that'd be pretty typical, wouldn't it? Unfortunately. You can see that transient event, though, for the south and southeast, as you can see there, for southeastern Britain, through Sunday into Monday, as that milder front pushes northwards. So initially it's snow for the south-southeast, maybe a transitional covering, before it turns readily to snow for northern England and slides through the south of the UK. So then totals get really big, 40 to 50 centimetres over the highest routes, before again the risks do reduce. So there you go. There's a lot going on there. Anything else that you want to look at, please do let me know. But there is a lot. Macclesfield in that, definitely. Macclesfield is in there. Faversham, that's London, isn't it? You don't need to keep writing your message, Matthew. But yeah, Faversham, yeah, probably quite good. See how I said this ECM run was so much fun? I certainly do, Stephanie. What is the GM? Oh no, do I have to show the GM? Oh, fine, we'll show the GM then. Oh, I hate this model with a passion. Everyone knows that I hate the GM. If you subscribe to the channel, which you all should be, subscribe to keep up to date, because I'll keep you up to date with everything. It's been a brilliant live stream. The GM likes to overdo things, overcook things like an egg, so let's see what it's showing today. KMA, I am not touching that model. No, I might. I don't know. I don't want to keep the live stream going on too long, because I feel like I ramble too much and people tune off. But we're almost up to 500 viewers, which is pretty ridiculous. Again, thank you to everyone for your support. Thanks to all the new subscribers as well. It is very much appreciated. Thank you to Buzz the Cat and BL Blank, BL4NK Blank for subscribing as well. I do appreciate it, your support. Oxfordshire, Paul James, let's make our old snow, yeah. In the Midlands, yeah, definitely. We might be moaning about not getting snow in the south, but these lows always move southwards. Coming up to the day, it always happens, so I do see a snow event happening. Exactly. Do not rule out a southerly tracked low pressure system bringing snow to even London. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying that. To even London could even be a risk. So, one to watch over the next few days. With the GEM then, the 12Z run, you can see wintry showers packing into the west through Sunday. Again, this model loves to overcook it. It's showing plenty of snow showers through west and south. Well, I'll say through western parts of southern Britain, maybe even for Bristol. Alfie, you'd be happy bunny there. You can see actually quite widespread snow there, extending from northwest to southeast with sort of a Cheshire Gap. That's a classic Cheshire Gap streamer, bringing heavy snow to parts of western Britain, into the Midlands, eastwards and southeast, maybe even Clown. Seeing some snow there. As it clears through with the GM, actually keeping its track. So by Monday afternoon at 3 a.m. Monday afternoon? What am I on about? Midnight on Monday, you can see snow even for London there in the southeast. Holding itself well there through the southern Midlands. Again, this model does like to overcook it, but I guess nothing can be ruled out. Again, mostly dry for Monday, but then you can see that big snow event moving into Scotland on Tuesday. As it slides southwards, not as compact with the GM, but bringing widespread snow to many areas for the northern Britain and the Midlands and eastern England. And then we get through Wednesday, that band of rain, sleet and snow pushing south and southeastwards. Again, a lot of rain mixed in there, but again, couldn't rule out sleet and snow over your highest ground. As it clears to the east and southeast, turns readily to snow over France, as I said before. But again, timing, devil's in the detail. Moving through Thursday, we see continued features. We'll see little pop-up showers at short notice as well. Don't expect to not just see nothing at all. because look at that, through Thursday into Friday, that low pressure system is much further southwards. So actually, the GM's the best run of a lot for the Southerners in the chat. Oh, hello to you all. So for Midlands southwards, heavy snow, even onto the southern coast. That's just the difference that the track makes. 50 miles southwards, and all of its northern edge is snow. But you can see widespread snow. The only part seeing rain, unluckily, are the southeast, the far south and southeast, and I've just knocked some over. But you can see showers for northern England, southern Scotland, parts of western Scotland as well. Bits of rain and snow around. Lots of a very messy picture, but snow is definitely possible anywhere. So watch this space, eh? But yeah, lots and lots going on there. Just going to pick that up. Lots and lots going on there. Very interesting. And yeah, send it there, I beg. Yeah, please, let's take that. Let's lock that one in. Let's leave it at that. Plenty of stuff going on there. The British max velocity. I would not say I'm that. I'm nowhere near that, buddy. Palm trees with snow here. Oh, is that okay? Hello to you. Will we get SSW soon? Either way, that one was for the 9th of January, if anyone was interested. Again, unlikely to verify, but don't rule it out, I suppose. Temperatures look below average at least until around the 12th of January, before we look to pick up to around slightly above average, possibly. A lot of uncertainty with that one. If we have a look at, actually, I'll have a look at the strat for that person that asked. That's a good idea. We'll have a look at the latest GFS run, because there's been a lot of talk about strat warming, strat interest, and it could play a vital role. KMA is not fully out, but we can see out to 150 hours, whoever asked for it. Again, low pressure to the east, high pressure to the west, winds in from a northerly direction. Get that system through Tuesday into Wednesday. Could bring rain, sleet and snow with it as it clears to the east. A lot of uncertainty. We do see low pressure systems pushing in from the west. Again, within that cold air, could be fun and games. By 162 hours, we've got a channel low there. Wow, that is pretty epic. The UK is there, by the way. Channel low is sliding through the south and southeast. That is a big snowmaker. That's one for the ages, if it was to verify. Events that never happened. Sliding through the south, southern England, getting battered there by some snow, most likely. However, unlikely to verify. Channel lows are extremely uncommon and rare these days. But I guess, you never know. Maybe this year it's the year of weird stuff happening. If we have a look at the colder air, yep, colder air is wrapped within that. Anywhere with the green is rain, and anywhere in the blues can be snow if the patterns are correct. So, looking pretty good there, I must admit, for Southerners and Southeastern Britain. With that one, that would be one for the ages. That would be a classic 80s pattern, that, were that to come off. Events that never happened, yeah. Of course, London that gets snow and rain. Well, probably get rain. Right, enough of that. But that's the KMA. It doesn't fully go out, but you get the idea. Let's have a look then at the GFS very quickly to wrap up the stream. An absolutely amazing stream. Thank you to the moderators for keeping everything in check. I'm sure there hasn't been too much bother. Sorry, Matthew's Discord, if you haven't, so we have a look at it. Yeah, exactly. Links in the chat, hopefully. Yes, anyway. So this is the polar vortex at its roots. This is the big blue blob sat over the North Pole. And there's a warming gathering pace towards Siberia. Now, what happens as we go through the following days? That warming continues to gather pace over Siberia. It's kind of like a minor warming, I suppose. That displaces the polar vortex at its roots from its normal position sat over the North Pole. It's getting shifted towards Greenland in the stratosphere. You've got the stratosphere and the atmosphere. In the stratosphere, though, you can see that the polar vortex is getting shifted. It's not getting weakened or stretched at this point, but it is getting moved. It's not a great polar vortex this year, I must admit. Then warmings continue to strengthen, and wow, that's pretty epic. You can see here that the polar vortex is being put under a lot of pressure by this warming over the North Pole in the stratosphere. If that pushes towards it, and there's another minor warming to the south of it, if that pushes against it, you can see it's elongating the polar vortex at its roots, and it's stretching it to its absolute limit. If it splits down the middle, you get a sudden stratospheric warming event, which we have had one, a technical one, earlier this year, end of November, one of the earliest for a long time. But it's uncommon. But if that happened, we could expect some interest into the first half of February. However, at this point, it doesn't stretch it quite, but it does put pressure on it. Basically, once it's stretched to its absolute limit, it is at risk of weakening and being cut in two, basically. So, like, splitting in the middle, split the vortex. One lobe goes to Alaska or Canada, one lobe goes up to Siberia, and the high pressure, well, the warmer anomalies push up towards the North Pole. So, a lot going on. However, I'm not really focusing too much on it because a lot of the models aren't suggesting a strat warming is likely. And I'm not really seeing it, to be honest. Jumping on flight sim when we are covered in snow. Leo Starman, thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. We need to split it for any interest. Any snow in Northern Ireland tomorrow? Yes, there is. Raf Hog, hello to you. Very quick look, because I'm just, going through things. But yeah, a couple of centimetres possible if you're on the highest routes in the north, and the far north of Northern Ireland. Maybe even Dublin, seeing a little bit as well. But yeah, hopefully you've all enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you stick around for future ones. I do appreciate your continued support, all of you on here. Thank you very much. And yeah, brilliant stream. One of my biggest I've ever had. I mean, we've had over 400 viewers, which is pretty ridiculous in itself. Absolutely massive. Brilliant job by the moderators to keep the chat going. And thank you to all the super chatters, donators, subscribers, all them sort of stuff, for your support. And thanks to you lot for watching. Make sure to drop a like as you leave. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you all in the next one. God, what an excellent stream. Bye, everyone.